So, just one last car to look at today, and then I'm done reviewing. However, from your point of view, this will be several months down the line, quite possibly. I've just done a whole bunch of reviews in one day. But today's video is just to show you how much progress I've made. I've bought a new car for the Golden Arrow train, which I haven't done any work on in quite some time. So let's take a closer look. So here we are. You've all seen this one before. This is our bullied class 462 West Country, well yes, it's a West Country class specific, named Torrington, with the Golden Arrow tyre and the little emblem at the front there. I've shown you those in a previous video, but here we are. This is our first Pullman coach to add to the train. Now this is a kitchen car called Neptune that I bought. It was on reduced price from Model Zone, so if you can find any, do pick them up, because they're much more affordable than they were. These, of course, have a very special little feature, which I'll show you now. That's right, the table lamps actually light up. I think that is really, really, really cool, and I really like how the curtains are done. They're actually sort of molded. I think they're just printed onto the glazing, pretty much. But they're a very, very nice touch, and the little table lamps really do add quite a look to the train, a very sort of elegant look. This is one of the best cars I've ever seen, actually. In addition to what Hornby's doing with their new Gresley teak stock, the LNER teak coaches, and these ones, I think they're really at the forefront of modelling at the moment. Just look how much detail there is just around the door there. You know, they've got grab irons, they've got a little bit of information under there. Don't know what that even says. I think it's something to do with what you are and aren't allowed to do. The wood paneling just along here. The Pullman crest, which is beautifully picked out, even over all of that paneling, still comes out very, very nicely. The name of the car, let's take a look in that window again. Doesn't that look great? And then the name of the car, which is Neptune, is clearly visible and extremely nicely done. Those are probably laser printed. I'm not exactly sure how they do this, what kind of process they use, but it really is quite something. Now let's take the car off and have an even closer look. But first we've got to look at these, the lettering here. Just how much work has gone into making sure that each of these letters comes out in just the right way, with just those little touches of white applied to make it look like it's sort of almost shiny or something. But there we go. Isn't that the most amazing looking passenger car? I shall just take it off and we'll have a look at the end. There's an actual diaphragm been applied, what looks like an openable. Those don't actually open, but that looks like it would sort of press up to the end of another car very nicely. So if that's the end of the train, that's that looks pretty good. We've got a rear window here, so you can look out the back. That's not something I've ever seen before on a Pullman car from Hornby. Sprung buffers, again, very, very nice. And look at all the underbody detail. Now, in addition to having 6 wheels, the kitchen car has all kinds of extra bits underneath it, including all these little brake rods, and I'm not sure what that is. I think that might be some sort of water pump or something. But yeah, you can see where the contacts are for the lights, and it really does look like an extremely well-made model. I'm extremely glad I picked one up. So I'll stick it back on the track, and this will give you some taster of what it will be like once I complete the train. Now, of course, they are very expensive, so I'm only going to get a couple at a time, and as I can afford them, and as I can be really bothered to look for them, because it's really quite difficult to find them at an affordable price. But just imagine how good that'll look running behind 2 or 3 of these with 2 or 3 other cars. That's already a very smooth runner, but just look at that. Well, thanks for watching. and I shall see you next time. Keep well. All the best.